is Golden Boy Promotions. I'll be conducting the Undercard press conference. We had a great turnout yesterday for the main event press conference, and it looks like we have a great turnout today. So thank you guys all for being here and all the support you've been giving this amazing event. I think personally, being involved in all the pay-per-view shows we've done, that this is by far the best undercard, pay-per-view undercard we've ever done. We have a little bit of everything. We have fighters from 3 different continents, and we're very excited. Some of the biggest names in boxing will be fighting on Saturday night to go along with the great main event, which should be historic. Just want to give you guys a little bit of information that we're very, very excited about. I just got confirmation that our show tomorrow night that will air on ESPN has sold out. So thank you very much. We opened up the lower bowl here at the Grand Garden Arena a little bit over 3,500 tickets, and we sold out. We're talking to officials now here from the MGM to see if we can open up some more locations. We'll know shortly because the demand has been incredible. Obviously, that goes along with the sellout on Saturday at the T-Mobile Arena. And I'm also happy to announce that we're very, very close, about 95% sold out on the closed circuit. So that's another big news for us, and obviously we're very excited. And I just want to thank you guys for all the support and help. It's been tremendous, and we couldn't do it without our great partners and sponsors and our team. We have a great team at Golden Boy and all of you in the media that have been supporting us throughout this promotion. So thank you guys very much. Again, we have a stacked undercard for May 6th. We'll get to the fighters shortly. But before I do that, I want to bring up once again a couple of sponsors that were very important for us, and the amount of support and marketing that goes into a big promotion like this. It's not easy. There's a lot of thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars that are put in marketing, point of sales, commercials, everything, and to get the word out for the fight. And they've done a great job. So we thank them, and they're great partners. They've been essential for us throughout this promotion. So the first person I want to bring out is Adriana's Insurance. Adriana, where are you? Adriana? Here she is. She'll say a few words, and we want to thank her for all the support.
Buenos días. Voy a hablar en español, ¿sí? Bueno, primero que nada, agradecer a Golden Boy Promotions por la oportunidad de formar parte de este evento tan importante. Para nosotros en Adriana's Insurance es un honor poder siempre estar presente en los eventos más importantes para nosotros los latinos. Es un evento que para mí une familias, que nos da un propósito, que nos enseña que con determinación, con disciplina, se puede, siempre se puede. Y quiero felicitar a todos los boxeadores, a todo el equipo, a toda la gente que forma parte de este evento tan importante, como ya lo dije, y más que nada que inspire a mucha gente allá afuera a que quieran salirse de la ociosidad, salirse de las calles, sobre todo a todo nuestro talento joven, a todas las nuevas generaciones, que vean que sí se puede, que hay que echarle ganas, hay que tener un sueño, y por eso yo me siento muy orgullosa de siempre apoyar ese talento, de siempre estar presente en este tipo de eventos, porque yo soy latina, yo vengo de México y nosotros nos debemos a los latinos, poner a los latinos en alto, saber que sí se puede, y felicitar en especial a Jojo Diaz, que es a quien en lo personal vengo a apoyar. Bravo, aplausos para él, me encanta. Talento joven, un muchacho disciplinado, con mucha pasión, muy carismático. Es importante saber eso, es importante también felicitar a todos los demás, porque estar allá arriba de un ring no es fácil, especialmente a su edad, con toda la presión de la prensa, de la gente, de las porras, de la bulla. Quiero felicitarlos a todos, también obviamente a Golden Boy Promotions por hacer de este evento algo tan importante para todos nosotros. Muchas gracias. Poquito en inglés, okay. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Adriana Gallardo, and I am from, I represent Adriana's Insurance. I am very proud and honored to be here, to be a part of this fabulous event that gives us an opportunity to enjoy each other, to gives us purpose, and that show us that everything is possible, that you are, if you have determination, discipline, and a purpose, you'll make it. I want to congratulate everyone who's here and honor them, tell them that they're a young talent, and I hope that that this event can inspire a lot of people out there, a lot of our new generation that is still looking for identity, still looking to find their purpose, to find what they want to do in life. Everything is possible. And thank you, Golden Boy Promotions, for having this event and putting Latinos up there. Thank you.
Thank you. Great job. Now I want to bring up Gustavo Guerra from Tecate Beer. Tecate obviously has been a big supporter for years and years and years. In boxing and Golden Boy Promotions. They're great partners, and I want to bring them up to say a few words. Gustavo.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gustavo Guerra, and I am the brand director for Tecate in the U.S. We're days away from seeing the next great Mexican matchup, and while everyone is excited, of course, about Canelo and Chavez Jr., the Golden Boy team has put a tremendous and incredible undercard with fighters we'll be watching for years to come. As the official beer of boxing, Tecate loves to see great fights from the start to the finish. And we know the main event will be a heated battle between two bold Mexican warriors, but fight fans don't miss out any of these bouts as well. I'd like to say a few inspiring words directed to the fighters. So, Diaz versus Avila. Gentlemen, you're both undefeated, and one of you will go home with a loss on Saturday. May the boldest fighter win. Matthysse versus Taylor. Lucas, we're happy to have you back in the ring, and you have a formidable opponent in Emmanuel. Good luck, gentlemen. Lemieux versus Reyes. This is obviously one everyone will be paying attention to this matchup. And there's been a lot of speculation about this fight, but I'm truly excited at this matchup, and I know, and Tecate is in both of your corners, guys. So part of our role as presenting an exclusive beer sponsor for Saturday night is to bring fans closer to the action. So Tecate is everywhere this week, from thousands and thousands of physical national retail promotions to extensive digital contests across Tecate's social channels. On Saturday, we expect an action-packed night from the first bell to the last, of course. And as always, Tecate and Tecate Light would like to raise a glass to each of these fighters as they ready themselves for Saturday night. Salud.
Thank you. You guys make sure you get your Tecates before they run out and they sell out. You know, we're trending and selling everything out, so make sure you get your Tecates on time. Now I want to bring up a person that's very special to us at Golden Boy Promotions, instrumental to many fighters and in boxing, and known throughout the world as a champion. And he's a partner at Golden Boy. He's my other boss, and I want him to say a few words about this undercard, Bernard Hopkins. Bernard.
Thank you, everyone. I just want to be real brief and let the young fighters know that this is a great opportunity for y'all to be on the card like this, Cinco de Mayo, with Canelo and Chavez. This is your chance now to be in a position to be the superstar of boxing and also be part of the historic months of the year. So to everyone, be really selfish to get all attention if you can when you step in that ring. And so wish everybody, you know, safe, but take care of your business and put a good show on. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard. I also want to make mention of some of our other sponsors. They won't be speaking, but I want to thank them as well. Hennessy, which has been a great sponsor for this promotion and years, hopefully. But they've been very instrumental in marketing for this big show and for boxing alike with our ESPN show. So I want to thank Hennessy, Phantom Events. Thank you very much. Obviously, my Golden Boy Promotions team. They've done a great job. Has been a very, very busy week. And I feel that we have the best team in boxing. And when we put up these big shows, it takes a lot of manpower and a lot of hours of hard work. So I want to thank them for all their hard work. So thank you, Golden Boy team. So in boxing, there's always this debate about pound for pound. Who's the best pound for pound? And every publication, every website, they have their rankings. Who's pound for pound best fighter in the world, right? Well, I know one thing for sure. For at least 30 years, there's been one clear pound for pound network for boxing, and that's HBO. And we couldn't have done this without HBO. Year in and year out, they prove themselves. They put up the biggest events in boxing, and they've been instrumental in boxing for many, many years, and to the Golden Boy Promotions. So I want to bring up Tony Walker to say a few words about the pay-per-view, and to thank them for their loyal support. Thank you, Tony.
Hello, everybody. Thanks a lot. Our distributors have always told us that undercards matter. It is one of the first things that people ask when they call in to purchase a show, and it happens very often. And when you think about it, there's 4 hours of time to fill, a lot of eating and drinking going on, and people want to know, are they also going to be entertained during that time? And it really helps when you have an outstanding undercard like we have on Saturday night. Let's face it, Matthysse, Lemieux, Jojo Diaz are big-name fighters. These are not guys who are just starting out. They've all had a lot of TV exposure. They've had great success in the room. They've had great success in the ring, and people know who they are. So we think they together enhance the level of competitiveness of the card. And most importantly, I think the diverse fan group that they all three bring from Argentina and Canada, and I know JoJo's big in LA, it really makes the card even bigger. So I'd like to thank Golden Boy for putting this all together. I know it's not easy, but the combination of this undercard and the main event, which is historic, will make Saturday night special. And I guarantee you the suggested retail price of $59.95 is not a thought in the many fans who are going to see this show on Saturday. So thank you. Get the word out about these great guys, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. One more mention before we get to the fighters. You know, at Golden Boy Promotions, we've done, I wouldn't be able to count it, I would have to look at it, but many, many pay-per-views throughout the years. We've been around 18 years or so. And I got to say that I was having a conversation with my mentor, the great Don Chargan, who's sitting over here. Don? Hall of Fame matchmaker, Don Chargan. And Don was telling me, Eric, this has got to be probably the best pay-per-view from top to bottom that Golden Boy has done. And this is coming from a man that's, you know, done over 1,000 or been involved in over 1,000 world title promotions. And you know, so we're very proud about that, and we're committed to bring you guys the best fights. And that's what Oscar's instilled in us. That's what he did when he was a fighter. Bernard has done the same thing. Bernard's motto is always, you make the best fights, they'll come. And it's proven. It's been proven. So, again, Saturday night, the fight's available on HBO Pay-Per-View. You can also get it on www.goldenboypromotions.com. We're going to start with the free view of 3 fights. I'll introduce those fighters now. And obviously, the undercard pay-per-view will be 3 fights before we get to the main event. All right, so the first person I want to bring up is a fighter that we're very excited about at Golden Boy. He's a lightweight with great speed and power. He's undefeated, 16-0. I want to have him come up and say a few words. You can see him on the free view, and I know this kid's going to be a future champion, and that's Joseph Aguirre. Joseph.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm really excited. I come from Cancun, Mexico, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity with my promoters, with everybody at Golden Boy, all the people supporting me from Mexico. First time in Vegas fighting. It's a dream come true, and it's incredible. I've been fighting in Mexico all my career, and On Saturday, you guys are going to see a Mexican beginning his path to world championship, and it's going to be a war in there. Thank you for everybody, and have a good day.
Thank you very much, Joseph. This long-time stable, Golden Boy stable fighter has an amazing record, 27-1. He is a former NABF featherweight champion. He's the former WBC silver champion, and he's coming off a series of good wins and marching his way back to be in the title contention. He's a very exciting fighter. You guys are going to see him on Saturday night, and that's Ronnie Rios. Ronnie.
First and foremost, I want to thank Golden Boy Promotions for giving me the opportunity to fight my first Cinco de Mayo weekend. And second of all, I want to thank MGM Grand and the T-Mobile Center for having me and my team here. And more importantly, I also want to thank my team for always being there for me, and thank you for supporting me through thick and thin. Yeah, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my team. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ronnie. This next kid was an Olympian for the Mexican team in the last Olympics. He's got an incredible story how he made it to the Olympics, and some of you who want to interview him after and talk to him, you guys can ask him, but he's got an incredible story. You guys don't want to miss it. But we're very high on this kid. He's a prospect. He's making his pro debut this Saturday, and he's managed by the great Frank Espinoza. Frank, out here. Hi, Frank. Thank you. You know, we at Golden Boy, we call Frank Yoda because he always seems to find these fighters and turns them into Jedi Knights. And this is no exception. You know, Frank works with some of the best fighters in the world. And we feel very high about Raul Curiel's boxing abilities. And we know that this kid's going to be something special. So I want to bring him up. He's making his pro debut. Ladies and gentlemen, Raul Curiel.
Hi everyone, have a good day. First of all, I want to thank God for this opportunity. Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, to make this possible. My manager that always stay by my side, Frank Espinoza, like my coaches, Manny Robles, Edgar Yasso, Marco Morales, that will push myself every day to be better in the ring. So what can I say? You will see the same Raul Curiel, try to make a good work in the ring, try to give it a good show for the fans, and, well, give it the best wishes to my partners and all the fighters to be part in this great fight, in this great night of fight. Thank you, everybody, and God bless all.
Good job. You see, he speaks English, Spanish, great smile. Okay, this other standout fighter, we're very excited about. His combination of speed and power is incredible for being a fighter at such a young age. He's one of our top prospects. He's got an incredible record, 8-0, 7 knockouts. You know, it's funny because we watch him fight, and, you know, with the speed, combinations, he reminds us a lot of many of the great fighters. And we're hoping that, you know, this kid can really, really take off. He already has a big fan base back home, and you'll be able to see him on Saturday night. He'll be on the Freeview. So I want to bring him up to say a few words. Ryan Garcia. Ryan.
Hey, everyone. First, I want to thank God. I want to thank Golden Boy Boxing. Golden Boy Promotions. I want to thank HBO. I want to thank my manager, Roger Reyes, my brother, my family, everybody supporting me back home. Come May 6th, I'm extremely ready. I trained really hard for this fight. I put my whole dedication in it. I'm training like it's a world championship fight, and this is my time. I'm ready to put on a show. Come May 6th, I'm gonna come with explosive. I can't come up with the words, but I'm coming to bring everything I got, my speed, my power, and gonna look to put on a great show for everybody that's watching. Thank you.
He's got a tough match. He's fighting a kid that's coming to derail him, a fighter that's going to be tough, and he knows that this is a great opportunity for him to make some noise if he can beat Ryan Garcia. I want to bring him up. He's here. Tyrone Lucky. Tyrone?
I'd like to thank HBO and Golden Boy Promotions for the opportunity. Come May 6th, I'm about to get this man, or this young man, the fight of his life. A little physical education is always good, so it's going to be an action-packed fight. Thank you.
Okay, this other prospect I'm very excited about. This is the first woman we signed to a multi-year contract at Golden Boy Promotions. She's a former Olympian for the United States, the first woman to medal for the United States. She comes from the great state of Texas, Houston, Texas, and don't get fooled by her looks. She's a killer in the ring. We're very excited about Marlene. You know, she's so marketable. But not only marketable, she can back it up with her fighting style. She's very aggressive, the speed and the combinations. She's going to be a champion really, really soon. We're committed to Marlene, and just wait. You'll be seeing her in more bigger events as well. So I want to bring her up, say a few words. The beautiful Marlene Esparza. Marlene.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't know I was going to say anything. I thought I was going to just like sit there and look cute for a little bit, so I don't know what I was going to say. But I'm really excited about this opportunity and this experience. I thank Golden Boy and everybody for backing me and understanding that, seeing the vision that I see. I'm really grateful to be on such an amazing card with such amazing fighters, and I'm not going to disappoint. It's not about winning or losing right now. It's about how I'm going to win. So I hope everybody enjoys it, and I'm ready. Bye.
Okay, so that rounds off our preview. Now I'll start introducing the fighters for the pay-per-view. And I think we have a great opening fight. Whenever you have two undefeated fighters fighting each other, you know it's a special fight. Manuel Avila has been a fighter of Golden Boy Promotions for many years. This fight here that he's having is probably the toughest of his career, but he's ready for it. When we asked him about fighting Joseph Diaz, he didn't blink. He didn't hesitate. He said, yes, that's the fight I've been wanting. He's got a great amateur record. This fight will be for the NABF and NABO title. They call him Tino. He's out of Fairfield, California. I want to bring him up to say a few words. Manuel Tino Avila. Manuel.
First off, I'd like to thank God. You know, without him, I wouldn't be here. Second of all, Golden Boy Promotions, all of their staff. Yeah, I've been with Golden Boy, you know, my whole career. You know, without them, I wouldn't be at this stage right now. And come Saturday, it's gonna be an action-packed fight. 2 undefeated fighters. You know, someone's old has to go. Thank you.
Tino is 22-0. So just wanted to give you guys that information there. He's 22-0, and this is it's always great when you can put 2 undefeated fighters. You know, sometimes you don't see undefeated fighters fight each other until it's a world title fight. But these 2 guys, you know, they stepped up to the plate. They said, this is a big event. Let's give the fans what they want to see. So this, you know, although it's not for a world title, they're putting it all on the line, so I really commend them, and I know it's going to be a great fight. And many of you in the media have told me this is probably the fight of the night. We'll see, because the other fights are pretty great as well. What can I say about Joseph Diaz that hasn't been said already? Joseph is an Olympian. He's got an incredible record. He's also undefeated, 23-0. He's been on the big stage before. But this night, on Saturday night, is going to be a little more special. He knows that he's fighting a tough fighter that's also in the same position and that would like to take his place in boxing. He's got a very good manager in Ralph Heredia. Ralph sitting right over there. Thank you, Ralph, for all your hard work. So let's bring him up to say a few words. Joseph Diaz Jr. Joseph.
Hello, everyone. First off, I want to thank Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, Robert Diaz, Bernard Hopkins, and the rest of the Golden Boy team. I also want to thank my sponsors, Adriana's Insurance, and Jersey Mike's, Loretta, Global Processing Systems, and Everlast. I want to thank my manager, Ralph Heredia, and Moses Heredia for giving me all these great opportunities to shine on big cards. And also, I want to thank my father, Joseph Diaz Sr., for getting me well prepared for this fight. We had a 10-week training camp. We trained very hard for this fight. We know that there's a tough opponent ahead of me with Manuel Avila. He's undefeated as well. Two young undefeated fighters. There's going to be a lot at stake for this fight. Whoever wins this fight could be the mandatory for the world titles next. So I trained very hard for this fight, and I was very dedicated, very well prepared, and I just couldn't go out there and just perform in front of all the millions watching and thousands in attendance. Thank you again for all your support, and I'll see you guys Saturday.
Thank you, Jojo. Now, to be able to put together these great fights and these great events, you got to work with everybody. You got to work with other promoters. You got to have your doors open and available to be able to make these great matchups. And a big reason for that is, that's something that obviously when Oscar took over at the helm at Golden Boy, he told us and he put the pressure on us and said, let's put up these great fights. Some of our fighters might win, some of them might lose, but let's give the fans what they want. Let's put together these great fights. And we've had an open door policy and working with pretty much any promoter to put together these great fights. And one of the promoters that I like to work with the best is Joe DeGuardia. He's been a very good friend to Golden Boy Promotions. We've done a few fights together. And there's a reason why for 3 years in a row we've gotten Fight of the Year. It's because of this reason, because we're able to work with other promoters and they put up their best fighters against our best fighters. And that's key in boxing. And we're going to continue to do that. So that's very, very important. But, the other thing we like about Joe is he probably has the most beautiful smile in boxing. And he's always smiling. And you'll see it for yourself when he comes up to the podium. He's not going to be able to stop smiling. So anyway, I want to thank you, Joe, for helping us out. And to introduce his fighter, the smiling Joe Guardia.
Thank you, Eric.
I told you.
I'm always going to smile. I'm in the sport that I love, boxing. And I really, I'm sitting over here and I'm listening to this, and I really, really got to congratulate Golden Boy Promotions, Eric Gomez, Oscar, Bernard. They really put on a spectacular fight Saturday night. I mean, it was something special to put together the Canelo Chavez main event. I mean, for many, many reasons, inside the ring and outside the ring, it was really a special thing that they pulled off to make that fight. And then when I sit here and listen to this undercard, and I got to tell you, I was extremely impressed by everybody that got up here and spoke. And it's a real true testament to our sport. And it's great that on an occasion like this, they're able to put together an undercard on a mega fight where the public, where fans in the world can see what kind of quality fighters exist in this game. I mean, I saw some guys, everybody that came up here spoke great. They're great fighters in the ring, and it's really a true testament to our sport. So I want to congratulate you guys. Great job.
Thank you.
I'm pleased to announce my fighter, Manuel Taylor. All right, goes by Manny Taylor, Manuel Taylor. Many of you have seen him in the ring. He's literally fought everybody that's out there. And one fight that really comes to mind is when he fought Adrian Broner in his hometown in Cincinnati and lost by 1 point. Tells you a little about his character and quality inside that ring. And really, I congratulate Lucas for taking Manny in this fight after an 18-month layoff. It's a very, very difficult fight. And I'm really expecting, style-wise, to see a great, great fight Saturday night between these two guys. I'm looking forward to it. It's a spectacular card. I'm glad the pay-per-view undercard is spectacular as well. And at this point in time, I want to introduce Manny the Transformer Taylor.
Yeah, first and foremost, I'd like to thank Golden Boy Promotion for having me, Star Boxing Promotion for having me, Joe Guaria. Also, I'd like to give a special shout out to Ron Katz. He told me to do this for him. And but May 6th, what can I say? Lucas Matthysse, he's a great fighter, strong, powerful. But it's my time now. I'm young, strong, hungry. And I've been doing this my whole life, and I expect fireworks come May 6th, and I'm just ready to get going. You know, this is what I've been working on my whole life for. My dad had me in the gym since I was 8 years old. What else? I'm trying to think. I'm just excited. I'm just excited to be here, fighting in front of Mexican fans on Cinco de Mayo weekend. It's a blessing to be here. It's my first time fighting on Cinco de Mayo weekend, so to fight in front of Mexican fans, that's a great blessing for me to have. And I'd like to thank you all for coming out, and thank you. Appreciate it.
With Emmanuel, a couple of fights, and he puts up some great fights, and his style is me personally, I like his style because, you know, he's just nonstop, and he's not one of those guys that's going to try to hug you or try to use his head or anything. He's a clean fighter and puts up great fights. So, Manuel, thank you for being here. Joe, thank you. This fight is in association with Star Boxing and also with Arano Box, who has been our long partner with Lucas Matthysse. Mario Arano is probably the #1 promoter in Latin America. He does over 30 shows a year in Argentina. He works all over Latin America. He does shows in Brazil, in Colombia, and has probably the best stable of fighters in all of Latin America. He's been a blessing to work with. And, you know, when I came to him for this fight, he said yes. I've talked to Lucas. He's willing to fight. Eric, he wants a real fight. He doesn't want to just come and you know, have a walkover. He really, really wants a real fight. He's hungry again. His injury's behind him. And when I told him about Emmanuel Taylor, they knew exactly who he was because Lucas fought on that undercard. He fought in Cincinnati. And he stood there to watch Emmanuel fight tooth and nail with Adrian Broner. That was a close fight. So when I told him Emmanuel, he said, perfect. I want a real fight. I want to prove that I'm back. And if I beat this guy, then I want to be considered for big fights again. Ahora un poco en español. Mario Arano ha sido socio de Golden Boy Promotions por muchos años. Nosotros y muchos de la prensa aquí en Estados Unidos lo consideran como el #1 promotor en Latinoamérica. Él hace más funciones que cualquier otro promotor en Latinoamérica y tiene los mejores peleadores. Y para nosotros es muy especial Mario Arano. No nomás es nuestro socio, pero es como un hermano para nosotros. Y lo quiero presentar para ustedes, para que venga y para que introduzca a Lucas Matthysse. Mario.
Buenos días a todos, muchas gracias. Les voy a robar un minutito.
I'm going to steal a minute from you guys.
En primer lugar, quiero agradecer enormemente a HBO y a Golden Boy por seguir confiando en Lucas Matthysse.
First of all, I want to thank HBO and Golden Boy Promotions because they keep believing in Lucas.
En segundo lugar, quiero agradecer a toda la prensa por el excelente trato que han tenido en este año y 6 meses que mi representado Lucas no ha combatido, y en especial a la prensa argentina que ha venido pura y exclusivamente a cubrir este evento, ¿no?
And I also want to thank all of you in the press because you guys you've kept writing about Lucas for a year and a half that he's been out. So I want to thank you for that support, and especially the Argentinian press. They made the trip out here to cover this great fight.
Quiero decirles que, bueno, que estamos muy emocionados, estamos muy contentos, que el cambio de categoría de Matthysse ha sido una determinación de un equipo que viene trabajando de hace casi 14 años y que estamos muy contentos y muy bien en la categoría welter.
We're very excited, we're very happy, and I just want to let you guys know, moving up in weight to welterweight has been a blessing for us. We have a team that's been together for 14 years with Lucas, and he's worked very, very hard to build himself up to this new weight of welterweight.
También quiero decirle que no hay ninguna posibilidad que Lucas vuelva a las 140 libras.
And I also want to let you guys know that I don't think there's any possibility of Lucas returning to 140.
Quiero agradecer eternamente y estoy muy agradecido a Joel Díaz, que está por ahí, que nos abrió la puerta de su casa y de su gimnasio en Indio hace ya 6 semanas. Y la charla duró entre él y yo 4 o 5 minutos, así que estoy muy contento. Gracias, Joel. Muy amable.
I want to thank personally Joel Diaz. He opened up his home to us, his gym, and he's done an amazing job with Lucas for 6 weeks. My talk with him was for 5 minutes, and we were able to make a deal, and he's looking after Lucas now.
Ojalá que sea el inicio de grandes cosas, Joel, y que juntos podamos volver a ser campeón a Lucas Matthysse.
I hope it's the beginning of some great fights for Lucas, and together, I hope that we can make him a world champion again.
Y por último, vuelvo a agradecer a la prensa de los Estados Unidos del mundo, incluido la prensa argentina, y dejé para decirle a aquellos que criticaron a Matthysse, que son algunos de la prensa argentina, y me hago cargo de lo que digo.
And again, I just want to thank you guys again, you guys in the press in the United States, Latin America, the Argentinian press. And I want to say one thing in particular to the Argentinian press.
Que Matthysse nunca se fue, que Matthysse estuvo siempre, que Lucas está acá, está para brindar las mejores guerras que ha brindado como ahora, que no hay nada que decir, porque todo lo que hizo antes de su pelea con Postol fue muchísimo más importante que lo que hizo esa noche.
And I just want to let you guys know, in particular the people from Argentina, that Lucas never retired. He was never away from boxing. He took a break, but now he's back. He's back to give you guys more wars. And everything that he did, it's not, you don't have to find by one fight, the Postol fight. Look at what he did, everything in his entire career before that. So he's ready to give you guys more wars on Saturday night.
Muchas gracias. Gracias a Emanuel por aceptar el reto, a su equipo. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Nos vemos y ojalá que sea una gran velada. Muchísimas gracias. Gracias, Lucas.
Saturday. Thank you.
Fuerza, amigo.
Okay. So they call him the Machine. He's a very exciting fighter. I know a lot of you in the press have come up to me personally and are very excited about Lucas's comeback. So I want to bring him up. He's fighting at a new weight. And again, he's, like Mario said, he's ready to give you guys more wars. Lucas Matthysse.
Hola, buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Bueno, muy contento de volver a Estados Unidos.
Very happy to be back here in the United States.
Muchas gracias a Golden Boy, a Mario Arano.
Thank you, Golden Boy, Mario Arano.
A mi equipo nuevo que hemos entrenado muy bien.
My team, my new trainer, we've trained very well.
A mi papá, a mi cuñado, al profe Federico y a Joel Díaz que nos ha recibido muy bien en India.
My father, who's here with me, my brother-in-law, Federico, the trainer, and Joel Díaz, who, again, was great with us in India.
Y bueno, a mi promotor igual, muchas gracias por las palabras y gracias por
Thank you for the nice words.
A Mario y a Golden Boy por conseguirme esta pelea.
And once again, Mario, Golden Boy, thank you for getting me this fight.
A Manuel Taylor, igual que vamos a hacer una gran pelea.
Manuel Taylor, we're gonna put on a great fight.
Bueno, nos vemos el sábado. Muchas gracias.
We'll see you guys on Saturday. Thank you very much. All right, great. So now it brings us to the co-feature. This fight is in association with Paco Presents, representing Reyes, and obviously Eye of the Tiger, Camila Stefan, who's been a great partner with Lemieux. So I want to bring up first, say a few words. Marco Dorado Reyes. You know, this is a great opportunity for him. He's been thankful the whole week. I keep running into him in the casino, and all he keeps saying is thank you. He knows that it's a big opportunity. It's a tough fight. But he trained for it. He trained for it. And he probably had the best training camp of his career. I know it's a tough fight. I've followed his career. I've seen many of his fights. But that's what David wants. David wants real fights. And he's always told us that. Bring it on. Bring everybody. Line them up. And this is no different. So he's got a great opportunity. Michael Reyes, he can really make a name for himself and be considered in the big title fights or with the big names if he wins on Saturday night. So I want to bring him up, say a few words. Marcos El Dorado Reyes.
Hi, everybody. First of all, I want to thank God. Then I want to thank my promoters, Paco, and Don Charging is here. I want to thank my team. Without my team, I'd not be here tonight. So I'm very grateful. I'm very excited for this fight. To fighting on May 6th event on the Undercard with Canelo. I want to thank David Lemieux for accepting the challenge. It's going to be a good fight. Two big puncher fighters in the ring. It's going to be explosive. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I'm sure you guys saw David's last fight. Many of you might vote it as knockout of the year. It was an incredible knockout, one of the best I've ever seen in my life and throughout my career in boxing. And the first thing Oscar did was he texted me, we need him on May 6th. We need him. And I was in the ring. They haven't even made the announcement yet, and Oscar was already texting me, we need him on May 6th. So when I got back to Los Angeles, I told Oscar, look, he just fought. Let's give him a week off. And Oscar was like, no, call him. I want to find out. So I waited till Tuesday after the fight. So I called our partner, Camille, and I said, hey, Camille, I hope you don't get offended. I know you guys, we just had a big week last week, great fight. I know David only went a couple of rounds. But what do you think? I mean, I know he's probably going to want to rest. It's a quick turnaround. Would he be available May 6th? And Camille said to me, well, let me ask him. He's here at the gym. And I was like, what? He said, let me ask him. So he went over and David said, yes, of course, yes. So that's how dedicated David has been. I've said it to some of you guys, and I believe this in my heart. That Golovkin fight was a blessing in disguise. David has grown from that fight. He's become better. He's taken boxing a lot more serious now. He's changed his team. He's done so many things that the great fighters do. And Camille's been with him step by step. He really doesn't need any introduction with a face like this. He's really becoming one of the most exciting fighters out there. You know you're going to get a great fight with David Lemieux when he steps in that ring, and you know he's going to try to rip your head off. So the amount of response we got when we announced that David was going to be on May 6th was overwhelming. It was great. We got calls from all over the place, emails, on Twitter. People were so excited to see David back in the ring again. So I'm very excited to see this fight. I know it's a tough fight for David. He's fighting a bigger man. He's fighting a guy that's dangerous and hungry, but that's what David wants. He wants the big fights. He wants to be considered for the big names. He's not here to hide and pick and choose. He wants everybody and anybody. So I want to bring up our partner, Camille Estefan, who's done a great job with David in Montreal and throughout his career. He's the #1 promoter in Canada, doing the most shows right now. And he's a great friend to Golden Boy Promotions. So Camille.
Hello, everyone. Very excited. Everything's been said about this card, but honestly, as a fan of boxing myself, what an amazing card. Every fight is a must-see. The numbers are wonderful. The fans are responsive, responding. And I want to mention something about the industry of boxing, looking at what's happening now. With great events, people come out. The right fights, people are there. They say, yes, we vote for you. We're going to say, yes, we're going to support you. Last week, an amazing event across the continent. Here we go, Cinco de Mayo, one of the best shows ever put on, and probably the best undercard that I've ever seen myself. We're here to contribute to this great show, bring fireworks. David is ready. He'll tell you about it. And we want to support our fans. We have so many fans that wanted to come out, and we hopped on the show, as Eric mentioned, later. So it was already sold out. I'm going to say a few words in French to our fans in Quebec, Canada. Un grand remerciement à tous nos partisans, aux gens de la presse qui sont ici, qui suivent David, qui nous supportent dès le début, puis qui croient en nous. On est là pour vous rendre fiers. Alors, on va revenir avec une belle victoire, une fierté, pour le Québec. So once again, Oscar, congratulations for the amazing job you are doing. The commitment to making the best fights, and it pays off, and we deserve it. Eric Gomez, probably the most key man in boxing today, in my eyes, doing great job putting all these difficult fights together. It's not obvious with the politics sometimes in boxing. And Bernard, with his support and their great team, thank you guys. It means a lot to us, your hard work and dedication. And I want to bring up to speak David. I'm extremely proud. This is a man who is full of integrity, who is full of authenticity. He's real. That's why people love him. They love him for his style. They love him for who he is. And obviously the way he looks helps the female fans on the, on the pages. And we would like to tell Marco Reyes, thank you for accepting the fight. And without further ado, David Lemieux, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I'm back. Faster than I thought. I was here last year at the Canelo Can doing the undercard against Tapia. It was a great show, great night. I'm expecting tonight, on Saturday, even a much bigger night with two Mexicans going at it, with me on the undercard and such a great undercard with all the fighters on it. So extremely excited, and I couldn't be more ready. As Eric said, right, I was gonna go on vacation, but he said he spoke with Camille, and Camille told me, you wanna fight on May 6th? I'm like, of course, sure. I have no injuries, I'm good, I'm ready to go. So we took the fight right away. I'm extremely ready, I'm extremely strong, and we didn't take no time off. We worked very hard for this fight also. So we make sure there's nothing that we left behind that we didn't take to bring to the ring on May 6th for a great night of boxing. So thanks to Marcos Reyes to accepting the challenge. I can only tell him it's gonna be a painful, beautiful experience, but it's gonna be an experience. So and to everybody that supports me, my team, Camila Stefan, Eric Gomez, Golden Boy, Bernard Hopkins, and Oscar De La Hoya. Thank you guys for all the support. MGM Grand, your courtesy has been great. Thank you. The T-Mobile Arena was great. I fought last year there. It was a great scene. So extremely excited. And all my fans in Quebec, I know you'll be rooting for me. I know a lot of them wanted to come down, but the show was sold out. So got some great Mexican fans here, and me, I'm ready to give a great show on Cinco de Mayo. I'm ready. So thank you very much.
Thank you, David. In closing, there you have it, guys. I mean, you know, this is our card. I think it's a terrific card. I'm very excited, not only as the promoter on Saturday night, but as a fan, because I like to tell people I'm a fan first, and I'm going to enjoy this one. But I want to thank you guys in the media and the press, because I've seen a lot of the stories you guys have been writing, and we couldn't do this without you guys. So I want to thank you guys. You guys have done a great job covering this promotion, and it proves that if you have the best fighters fighting each other, the people are going to turn out. Last week's fight, 90,000 people. I was talking to Dan Rayfield a couple of days ago, and he said, Eric, I've never seen anything like it. That was a sellout. It was incredible. And what a great fight. What a great heavyweight fight. This Saturday's a sellout. Back-to-back sellouts. Tomorrow's a sellout. Back-to-back-to-back. And then you have Andre Ward coming back against Kovalev too. If we do these fights, guys, boxing is back. It's back. It's unmatched. And us at Golden Boy, we're committed. If everything goes as planned, we're going to have a big September as well. So thank you guys once again in the media. You guys have been great, very supportive. And from the bottom of my heart, Oscar, our entire team at Golden Boy, we thank you guys. So thank you. We're going to pose the fighters now.